Oh, it is bright up here. Hi, I'm Nicole de Beaufort. I'm a chief troublemaker at Fourth Sector Consulting in Minneapolis. And I'm going to be talking about a really cool story that I was in New Orleans last year, and it's a story about this rum distillery that basically lost it all in Katrina and what they did about it and about finding your passion. So, okay, rum is made out of sugarcane and water. You ferment it, you let it become a wash, then you distill it, you purify it, and you make it into beautiful, wonderful spirits. It takes about 3 years. This guy, John Michelopolis, wearing the pink suit, and those are his paintings in the background. He's a local artist in New Orleans who likes to identify with the Studio 54 crowd. And he decided about 15 years ago to start his own distillery with his friends. It was a good way to drink for cheap, or actually it was kind of expensive. But he wanted to make use of the very plentiful Louisiana sugar cane. So ask any Louisianan about their sugar cane and they will come up with a blank look, but they do make really good sugar cane for rum. And it's one of the few places that actually does really good rum in the United States on the mainland. Otherwise it's Hawaii. But basically rum at the old New Orleans distillery is molasses that is just carefully, artisanally aged. It's quirky, it's fun, it smells great to go visit there. They used to hang out a lot, just have parties there, have burlesque dancing, drink a lot, have a lot of just variation, and really treat themselves like artisans. And in 2005, Katrina hit. They're in the 9th Ward. Now, the 9th Ward is separated by that bridge and the canal, and there's the upper 9th Ward and the lower 9th Ward, and both were hit the worst during Katrina. And so I can't even remember if they're on the right side or the left side, but basically they were underwater. Everything was lost. And they thought that they were never going to have anything left. Their distillery was gone, their dream was gone. You know, basically this part of the history of New Orleans was gone. This is the land of Go Cups and drive-through daiquiris, and hey, they don't have any more because their barrels floated away. 250 barrels. There's about 42 gallons in a barrel, and this was their entire stock, and it was considered lost forever. All their stainless steel stuff gone. This is the lower 9th Ward, and you can see that this used to be a neighborhood. In the distance, there's a levee, and that's basically where sea level is, and so you're underwater. But this is in 2007, and it still hadn't been rebuilt. Things fell apart, basically. They lost hope. But in New Orleans, you kind of have a hard time losing hope because there's a really great spirit. And barrels float. And even though they didn't mark their barrels, they got their barrels back because they kind of floated around the neighborhood, and eventually they turned up, and within 18 months, this guy, the painter with the good sniffer, had tasted every single barrel, like everyone. And he had categorized them into 3 different kinds that he was going to sell. And just like this dog, he enjoyed the shit out of it. It was really good. And so only 6 barrels were lost. So they thought they'd lost everything, but they hadn't. So the thing that they were so passionate about, they got back because they just tried. Also because those barrels float, and the guy had a good sniffer. And the other thing that happened was that they had totally spaced out, that they had 17 barrels of this 10-year-old aged rum that is so phenomenal. I have to tell you, you can't get it online, you have to go there. So you have to go to New Orleans now. It was a miracle. This is so good that it won a gold prize in 2007. They started actually distilling again and opened up in 2007 and immediately won a gold award at the highest honors for whatever they do for spirits. It's important. People have a soft spot for New Orleans. I mean, it's something that, you know, you think New Orleans, you have a lot of sympathy for the Katrina, people who survived Katrina, and it's also really good rum, so they have lots of parties. And so they really, in the first year that they were open after being closed for 18 months, they sold more than they sold in the prior 10 years. And what happened was that they developed this kind of extreme loyalty, like people on Flickr everywhere, like cats, you know, going meow and fail. They're also doing that with their barrels. So I love this story because I went there last year, and it provided me some inspiration when I was thinking, like, God, you know, sometimes it's hard. But what you can learn from this is that if you're really passionate about something, and you have an original idea, like you love rum, like I love moonshine, and I'm gonna bring moonshine to the upper Midwest, but one of these days, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to start small. I have a big dream. I'm going to start small, but do what you love, and just really follow that. If you love to fail, fail big. But if you're not having fun, it's probably time to try to start something new. And one of the things I love about Old New Orleans is they have so much fun. They have burlesque dancing still. They brought that tradition back. So I recommend you guys go visit. It's a fun place.